Energy is an issue that can be approached from many different angles. It is an issue that has to do with the ongoing discussion about how to respond to climate change. So it has to do with environmental debates, but it also has to do with issues such as public ownership, or who controls the renewable business, or how to make existing state-owned utilities more democratic. At TNI, we see unions as a key ally. And usually we don't use the word ally because we see ourselves as part of the same movement. We have been working with unions in the struggle against the privatization of water, or in common struggles about the remunicipalization of water and more recently energy. But we are also dealing with common issues in common struggles about the impact of trade and investment partnership and how to respond to corporate power more in general. Yeah, when we look at the discussion about how to finance the transition to renewable, I'm afraid that many people take for granted that the only way is to rely on private investment. And there are plenty of empirical evidence that show that democratic control and public ownership can be an alternative. And not only in the north, also in the south. When we look at the case of Uruguay, for instance, my country, where more than 90% of the electricity produced in the country today comes from renewables, and about 40% from non-conventional renewables, in particular wind, we see that the main actor there has been a state-owned company. We could also talk about the example of Costa Rica, for instance, where a very strong state-owned utility, EASY, in partnership with a municipal company, also owned by the local state, and 4 regional companies owned by provincial governments, and 4 strong cooperatives, non-profit cooperatives, have also managed to move forward a transition towards renewable with very little private intervention.